Hello, it is time for our monthly paper pumpkin video. So I will be putting together the projects that came in your February paper pumpkin. Plus I have a bonus project that I always give to my team members that have paper pumpkin or my customers that get paper pumpkin from me. And I send them the supplies to make the bonus card, and I always show you on this. So if you're not familiar with paper pumpkin, excuse me, it is a kit that comes in a box. Now, this is a super cute box. Usually it's just like a red box, but this is a super cute box for this special one, for this springy one. And it comes to you once a month. And you have everything to make cards or gift, little gift packaging. Most of the time it's cards, but then there will be some that are gift packaging. So this time there are 2 different cards. You get 3 of each, and then these cute little boxes that you can put treats in 3 of those. So 9 projects total. And trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. It comes with a stamp set every month. This is just the graphics from it, and a Stampin' Spot. And I believe that throughout the year they will not repeat. So for the whole year you'll get at least 12 different Stampin' Spot colors. I hold on to these to give away, so I use my big ink pad for it. They'll give you all the adhesive that you need. And then if there are embellishments or twine or something, you get that. So really and your first one comes with a block. So the only thing you might need to supply is a pair of scissors, and everything else is in there for you. All right, let's get started. I'm going to try and watch on my laptop because for whatever reason, Facebook is no longer showing me comments on my phone. I don't know what it's doing. I never know what Facebook is going to do. It seems like it changes every time. So okay, there we go. All right, looks like Betty's here. Okay, good. We will get started. And it comes with full color instructions. And I tell you this every time, but just in case you're new, this is one of my favorite parts of it. It shows you for each card or project all of the pieces that you need. So the first thing I do is go through and punch out everything and then group them together. So I've got all my pieces together for that card. So our first card is a super cute little bunny card with the daffodils or jonquils. Isn't that cute? And then the envelopes are precious too. The envelopes are usually decorated. So let's make this one. And I am going to, since there's not a lot of stamping, grab my other piece and stamp both of them. I do not want to lose my little jonquils out of there. So let's set that aside. And let's do our stamping. We want it to go this way. So the longer part is where we're going to stamp our Happy Easter. And because these are photopolymer, I am going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat out and stamp on there. So this one says Happy Easter. Here's my early espresso. Oops. And we will just stamp that on this longer part. It's always a challenge for me to do it when I can't look directly over it. Not too bad. And this one. Okay. Put that one away so I don't lose it. Close up my ink pad so I don't make a mess. All right, and it will show you. All right, I just got an error about poor wireless connection, so hopefully it didn't do anything for y'all. On the directions, it will show you where to put the adhesive and what type of adhesive. So these little dark dots are your glue dots. Let me get my adhesives out. Oh yeah, and this does have little gems too, little white dots. Set those aside so I don't lose them. All right. So we're going to put, let me get the stuff. All right. I need a bigger surface. On the back of our frame, just want these guys to move out of the way a little bit. All right, on the back of our frame, we're going to put a glue dot in each corner. And I like to use the spatula end of my Take Your Pick tool for these guys. Makes it easier to manipulate them. So just one in each corner. Whoops. Keep catching it on my sweater. All right. And then we'll go ahead and put this on our card base. So let's take our backings off. All right, come on. That one was being stubborn. There we go. Try and get these out of the way, otherwise they'll get in the middle of our card. And this just goes on. And there will be a little border all around it. So just try and make it even all the way around. When you like where it is, just press down on those corners. And then all of our daffodils, there are 5 of them, get a dimensional right in the middle, and our banner also gets dimensionals. So you can see it's got 3 and then 1 dimensional in the middle of each of the daffodils. And even if you don't use all the dimensionals in your kit, save them and save this edge, because the edge works just as well as the rest of these. And then one on this end. All right. Try and keep my adhesives together so I don't lose them. Now we're ready to put all of that on our card. So I'm going to put my sentiment on first, just because. So it's going to go up here above our bunnies, and it goes over the frame a little bit. All right, and then the daffodils, some of them have the middle by itself, and some of them have the middle in the middle. I'm not explaining that very well, but you see the difference. So I just looked at the pictures. So like this one, and you're kind of laying it over the others. This one is one that middle is in the middle. So is this one. And you just want to be sure that those don't go out over the edge of your card. All right, and then one here. So those 2 up there are kind of laying over other ones, and then these down here are just over the leaves. All right, and then we have our white dots. So they'll tell you how many you need. So we need 3 big ones and 2 small ones. And then you can see them. So there's 1, 2, 3 big ones, and then 1, 2 small ones. So let me get those out. Whoops, that one came right off, didn't it? I have a glare over here, so I'm trying to see. So we have a big one. Actually, I want to use the other end of this, don't I? That's better for these little guys, is this putty end. And then a small one. Another big one by this flower. We should have one more big one down here in this grass, and then one more small one over here. There. All right, there is card number 1, all done. Isn't that cute? Just precious. All right, we will do card number 2, which is a different size card. So it's a good thing they give you the envelopes to go with it. So it's kind of this long, skinny card. And it's white inside, so you can write on it. Isn't that adorable? With the little chicks and the wreath. All right, and then they give you the envelope that it will fit in. So let's grab and what I'm going to stamp is just the banner. And the banner is going to stamp like that. Let me grab this banner. This one says springtime greetings, so it doesn't have to be just Easter. Just cute little chickies with some flowers, so you can send this to anybody in spring, which it's feeling like that. Hey, Nancy. Hey, it actually told me on my phone that you were watching. Hooray. I don't know if I've missed any. I don't see that I missed any more. Okay. I'm going to stamp our greeting here in the middle. All right. Put this away before I make a mess. One of those back in my other card. Okay. Let's get all our other pieces out here. So again, it will show you what adhesive. So the little chickies have dimensionals. The wreath has glue dots, and you want to do it where they tell you. So don't put it on the side, because that's going to go off the edge of that. And then dimensionals on your greeting. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water real quick. Okay, so let's get our dimensionals on our chickies. So one in each corner and one in the middle. It's a long enough piece that you want to do that. And then we'll go ahead while we have the dimensionals out, put dimensionals on our greeting. I can set those aside. And now for our wreath, they show you the way they have it oriented. So they have the daffodils or jonquils at the top and bottom. So you want to do the same thing with yours and then turn it over. So you still have those yellow flowers at the top and bottom. And then we'll put 3 glue dots on the top. So you're just putting it under those yellow flowers, these 3 that are along the top, and then 3 along the bottom. All right. Now we've got adhesive on everything. We're ready to build it. Let's bring our card base back in. The first thing we're going to do is put our little chickies on here. Just peel off all your backs. Put them in the middle of this. All right, then we need our wreath. So get all those backs off. Oops, that one went flying. And then that is going to go over your chickies. And since you just have adhesive on those yellow flowers, then it will stick to the where the chickies are, whereas if you put them out here, they might go off the edge. And then your sentiment. Peel off those backs. And then it actually goes here on the bottom over all your pretty flowers at the bottom. All right, and then we need to add our white dots to this. So again, 3 big, 2 small. Dimensional backs everywhere. All right, so we've got, let's find them all. There's a big one there. There's a big one there. And I'm going to say that one, even though that looks like a small one. But I'll say that's a big one, and then the other 2 are small ones. So, a big one up here. I'm saying that one's a big one. I don't know what I did on my other card. And this one is a big one. And then the little ones, one is right here. And the other one is right by this guy. And there we go. Isn't that fun? And I love that it's a different size. That's kind of fun. Okay. That's that card. All right, our last thing doesn't have any stamping. And it's this cute little, this cute little box that you just tie together with some twine. So you can stuff it with a little treat. If you have a small gift, you could put it in there. I need to grab my bone folder. So this is what it comes like. So it's like this. You want to make sure all these little holes are punched out. All right, I might have to get my pointy take your pick tool for this one. I have 2 of these so I don't have to change the ends all the time. So punch out all of your little holes. That one didn't want to come out. And it doesn't matter if it rips it a little bit on the back because you're not going to see that. It's going to be all put together. Okay. Whoop. A couple more. And one more. All right. Whoa, come back here. Just about lost that lid. That would have been hard to get. Okay. Now, you want to burnish all of these score lines with your bone folder. That one's already good. And then all of these ones too. On the bottom and the top. And the side one. Now where I went wrong on mine is I didn't really burnish these top ones, and so you can see it kind of crinkled there. So I'm going to be sure that I burnish this better this time, so that maybe they will crinkle in. Now you have these score lines here. Let me show you the directions on this. And it, I tried to just kind of fold them a little bit, just so they would get a little bit of a start, but you're not going to be able to do too much with them. When you put your box together, it will kind of fold on its own, but I did try and do just a little crease on them, so that when you got it put together, they would already be ready to fold. Okay. Now, you're going to turn it over like this. Wait, sorry. First you leave it like this. So they're showing you, this time they gave you tear and tape. So this is a really strong adhesive. So you have a little roll of tear and tape. And they're showing you where to put it. So with it face up like this, you put it on this piece right here at the bottom of that piece. So let me find my end. There it is. Make sure you can see. So you're just going to put it along the bottom edge of that. So you just put it down and then just tear it off. Okay? Then you flip it over like this. Wait, before we flip it, I'm sorry. Before we flip it, we need to put some on this skinny piece that's over here. That's what's going to hold it together. And they've got it going the whole way on both parts of it. And then I just kind of burnish it. Okay, now we can flip it over. And they're showing you that you're going to put a piece on this leftmost long one. So right there. And if this gets too confusing, I put a link in this event of their video, and you can watch that and they'll walk you through it too. Okay. Now, the first thing you want to do is this one. And I like to use my Take Your Pick tool again to get this off. So pull this off, that backing, and then you just fold this in half and fold it over, and then it will be in the exact right spot for that. So see how even that is? That is the easiest way. Rather than having it like this and trying to line it up, just fold it in half flat. All right, and then I think you put this in and that and then that. Yeah. So then pull off your, and I think I went ahead and pulled them both off just so I didn't have to try and do it once I was getting them together. So this one where it's on the underside is going to be your last one that you do because it's going to be the most finished. So this one that is on the same side as the color goes in first. And you want to try and keep it kind of square. Then your two sides go in. And they'll hook on that. And this goes in there. And then I like to turn the whole thing over and take the rounded end of my bone folder and just kind of press on the bottom. And that will get it all adhered. Now, this should, hopefully, if you've burnished these, hopefully it will fold better than my last one did. And those should just fold in like that. Yeah, much better. So it's critical to burnish all of that beforehand. Now, you probably want to put your treat in here beforehand, but we're tying the twine in a bow. So it doesn't have to be, but let's do our bunnies first. So your bunnies, yep, they're just going to go on one of these sides. And they get 3 dimensionals. Come here, bunnies. So one on the big tail. Actually, it's a bunny and a chickie, isn't it? And then one up here. So we'll put that on our box. And it just goes down here at the bottom, because you don't want it to get in the way of where it's folding. And then this one only uses 3 of our little white dots. So there's a big one there, and then a big one and a small one there. So make sure I'm where you can see. A big one, oops, I used the wrong end again. Come on, you can come. Oh, no, I think I lost my, oh, maybe not. We'll see. Big one down here. Let's see if it sticks. Nope, it lost its adhesive. Hopefully I have an extra one. If not, I've got some that are similar, I'm sure. And then a big one. And a small one. There. All right. So that's your little dots. Now we can take our ribbon, or our twine. So you fold it all together like this, and then you'll see you've got holes all the way through. So just poke that through. And then poke it back through. Now, normally if I'm tying a bow in this, I'm going to tie it in a knot first, but I don't want to on this because I want them to be able to untie it to get their treats out, and then they can use it again if they want. They might want to send somebody else some treats with it. So just try and hold that tight. It may not stay tight. And tie a bow, and mine is flopping all over the place. There you go. So it didn't stay real tight, but you get the idea. Isn't that cute? Oops, let me get down in the frame so you can see how cute it is. Who wouldn't want that cute little box with some treats in it? I may have to give these to my grandsons. They would think that was fun with, I don't know, they don't eat a lot of sugar, so. All right, so these are the 3 things we made from the kit. Now let me show you the bonus project that I came up with. And I did add a die cut and some paper. I usually add a little bit of something. So this is, I know they are cute, aren't they, Nancy? I really like them. And this is the bonus project. So this is some paper. It was on the new February celebration when we had celebration. It's the Delightfully Eclectic paper. But I liked the pink stripes. And then the Early Espresso. The only stamping that you're going to do on this. No, I'm sorry. That's not the only stamping. So this is, we're going to use our Early Espresso and stamp Happy Easter just up here on our stripe paper. And somebody will get this completed card. And I just randomly, I mix them up and then put names on them, so I never know who's going to get the completed one. All right, so the other thing I did, you may not have noticed, is I stamped some of these daffodils. This is Granny Apple Green. And so I just stamped some of the daffodils at the bottom in Granny Apple Green. Well, I thought I had, there it is, one folded in half just to protect this, because I'm going to go off the bottom edge a little bit. And I just stamped them full strength, all of them, kind of at different levels. And then I kind of went back with some just flowers there at the bottom just to kind of fill in. So it's just like a little daffodil garden at the bottom. Just a little extra interest. And I did this with the Granny Apple Green. You could use any green you have. If it's a darker green, you can stamp it off before you do it. So if you don't have the Granny Apple Green, you can use something else. All right. Now we're ready to put this together. So this just goes on flat. Let's see if my Stampin' Seal makes it. It's about out. On this Early Espresso. That goes on flat on our card base. And I'm going to put it up a little bit so you see more of the daffodils at the bottom. And then you have, this is from the Excellent Eggs bundle. They have die-cut eggs like this. And you'll just take a little bit. All right. Oh, that's that from that white thing. I was like, what is sticking? It's that little white dot that came off. All right, well, I'll have to get that later. We'll try not to set anything on top of it. So just take a little bit of your liquid glue. I tried to put some little dots up there. And it will sit on your card like this. And I had 3 extra bunnies. You just have to hold that liquid glue for just a minute in my kit. So let me find one of those. I think I put them, yeah, I put them back in here. So we'll do dimensionals. I don't know where those dimensionals went. Oh, here they are. It's like they disappeared on me. So I'm not going to include a bunny in your kit because you will have extras of those, and I don't have enough bunnies to give everyone one. You'll have enough of those so you can do that. And then he just sits down here. And then you can use whatever embellishments you have. These are the rainbow dots, I think. They're in the mini catalog. They go with the hot air balloon suite, if I remember right. Yeah, rainbow adhesive backed dots. That's what I used on mine. You can use whatever you want. You know what? On this one, I think, well, it doesn't want to go back in there. Let me grab real quick. No, not those. I want to try these iridescent rhinestones. These guys. This one looks like it's about done. I think they would be pretty. Let's see what we got on here. Oh yeah, let's use this big one. Get rid of this one. Oh, it's already off. So I did like a big one. Sorry if that's loud. And this actually has 3 sizes. So let's do a little one next to the big one, and then a medium one up here. There. So that's pretty too with those iridescent ones. So whatever embellishments you have, if you have the pearls, what are they called? The iridescent pearls. Yep, those would be pretty. The iridescent pearls would be pretty. There's a lot of things that would work on there. So you could probably even use these guys. This is the Glossy Dots assortment. It's a little brighter yellow, but I bet you could use that too. So find something that you have and put it on there. And if you have leftover white dots, you can use that, but I don't know if you will or not. Since I haven't made all of mine, I don't know if you'll have any leftover ones of those. But there you go. There's the bonus project. So let's pull everything in that we did tonight. The 3 that we did for the, thank you. I know, I love that pink striped paper too, Nancy. It's so fun. So there's everything that we made tonight. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow night, I will be on my Facebook page live at 7:30, and we're going to make this fun coffee card. So this is a brand new set, designer series paper, stamps, and dies that are available starting today. So a new online exclusive, and I'll show you some other online exclusives too. That will be tomorrow night at 7:30 on my page and in my group. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.